Welcome to another edition of Pocono Outdoors Guy. Today we're going to head down to Bangor and the Waste Management Grand Central Environmental Education Center to meet a great bunch of folks doing some great work for the environment. Stay with us. Welcome to Pocono Outdoors Guy. Today we got a real treat. We're visiting an environmental center and we're meeting with Adrienne Forbes, who's going to tell us a little bit about it. Hi Adrienne, thanks for having us down.
Hi, thanks for coming.
Yep.
Welcome to the Waste Management Grand Central Environmental Education Center.
Thanks for having us.
This is a treat for us to have you here today.
Thank you.
Yes, and I hope that you enjoy our trip here around the site. We're going to see some bluebirds, tree swallows, American kestrels, and hopefully we'll actually get to see either the mom or the babies intact and not just some nests here today.
Cool. So what do you do here for?
So again, my name's Adrienne Forbes and I do community relations here at Waste Management at the Grand Central Landfill in Penargil, Pennsylvania. And I'm in charge, or should say tasked, with managing our wildlife habitat center here and working with the scouts on various projects so they can earn badges, from bronze badges to silver badges to Eagle Scout badges.
You got quite a facility here. You got lots of education materials all around the thing. You got places for the scouts and the kids to hang out. It's a really interesting area, and lots of things here just for the wildlife as well. Yes, we have a number of things. We have a pollinator project that was just completed last year by an Eagle Scout, which he just got confirmed on his Scout status. And then we have a number of other outdoor education learning boxes that the Girl Scouts just completed. And we also have a bird blind, which is really cool because you can sit behind the bird blind and actually watch the birds during the day. That sounds great. Now we're going to be meeting with Paul shortly, and he's going to take us around and show us how to band these birds, right? Yes, Paul Carter is our community partner. He's been a great friend and partner for the last 10 years, and without Paul and our buddy Rick Wiltrout from Jacobsburg State Park, this site wouldn't be flourishing as it is. So it looks like a great project. I can't wait to get out and take a walk around. You guys stay with us. Well, Paul, thank you for inviting me out here. This is a really beautiful place. One of the things I wanted to ask you is, what are we going to do today and why are we doing it?
Well, today, with the help of Adrienne, who's in charge of this, I just come here as a guest, but I've been here for many, many years before the landfill was here. But through her and Jeffrey and Kevin, right? Kevin, they put up a lot of bird boxes here, and I'm a federal bird banner since around 78. I got my master permit in 80, and I can band all birds. So I got involved with them, and we would come here and go out through all the boxes that were put out. Some by Boy Scouts, some by Girl Scouts, some by just the guys that were here. Kevin Kelly and Jeff, right? Yep. I don't remember his last name. Forbes. I just got a hint from the background. But anyways, but that's why I'm here, okay? Because of the interest that they have in what they did here, and the interest that I have in bird banding. So the difference is you can put up the boxes, and of course the birds enjoy them and everything, but then on my end we put federal bird bands on them, which are recorded through me, through a computer, straight to the bird banding lab. So the key behind everything is the joy of year after year of not only us finding one of the birds, whether it be an adult we banded, or whether it be some of the young we banded here, whether it be bluebirds, whether it be tree swallows. That's the two birds we key on. The kestrel's in a different category, okay? So I'll get to that in a minute, but so far as the small birds, it's really interesting because these birds just come back here year after year after year. Some come back to the same box. And the joy is, if Adrienne's out checking the boxes, it's amazing. She'll say, hey, there's a banded bird near box 21 or whatever. So we can't see the number on it. We got to recapture it. And to do that, they're nesting. And today we'll find out if we have any adults around, and we might catch one that has a band on it. And then we can look it up. If it's not my band, as soon as we punch it in the computer, found on Google, found banded bird, it'll automatically come up. You put all the information, and it'll actually tell you. And it could be New Jersey, it could be Pennsylvania, it could be New York. And never know, it could be South America. Yeah. Because these birds migrate all the way there. And what else do you learn from the band? And that's the key to what attracts me to come here and work with Adrian and the rest of the gang here, including Ron, which is the manager here. He comes out with us a lot too, his interest. But that's the key to the whole thing. And then of course Kestrels. That's the American Falcon that we have in Pennsylvania. I have over 100 boxes in my study area, and I date some of my boxes date back to 76, 78, all the way through. And we have them on this property also, and we will be banding some. Adrian has checked it out, and we probably have at least one box that has young in it.
Can't wait to see it.
Yep. So that is going to be a big find for us. So far as the other ones, you'll see. We'll probably find eggs. We'll probably find really small ones, and then we'll find a step up. But then we're going to find some that are just ready to go out of the box, and we might even lose some.
Okay.
Because once they see daylight, they've been in that little box for so long, and all of a sudden we have them in our hands, and boy, they look around and say, we're on our own. So that'll be the joy. You might not get all of them because someone might get away from us.
Well, let's see what we get.
Just be prepared. They do dive bomb a lot. They are just like any other thing on this earth. When they have young, they protect their young. So you might see that also.
Okay, we'll be prepared for that.
Be prepared.
Okay. So that sounds like a fun day. What do you say we take a walk out and start looking at a few of these boxes?
Absolutely. I'll leave you with this. I'm so glad that you come, because the more we reach out to whatever your audience is going to be in the future, if one person says, I want one of those boxes, they can go to the local hardware store. Some of them actually sell them at some places. And they can see what we have here on the film, and they can put a box up. Will they get somebody to band it? It's hard, it really is. But they'll still have that enjoyment. But they must read up on it. They must Google about what we're doing, so know to clean the boxes, because you just don't put a box out there and leave it go. So that's the other side of the coin right now, of getting the word out to as many people as we can, especially the young ones. And that's why it's important here. Adrian sets up Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. We have Earth Day here again. It's a thrill. It really is. So that's very important. And I thank you for that.
Well, I thank you for having us out to take a look.
Yep. Okay, and enjoy on the trek with you right now.
Let's go.
Okay.
Stay with us.
Okay, now hang on.
All right, then he took over.
Yeah, so was there bluebirds before?
There were bluebirds.
Well, then they fledged.
Yeah, but they were bluebird eggs in there, like 2 weeks ago.
There was?
Yeah.
Okay, these are tree swallows,
Right.
and they are ready to fledge. And I mean, the word fledge, of course, means leave the nest. Right now, yeah, we got them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely,
Started.
bluebirds make their nest out of grass, the dead grass, okay? And that's what they only use. The other product that they use is pine needles, and you'll see a lot of them with nests with pine needles,
Okay.
or the grass. See it under? But the tree swallows, they enjoy.
He doesn't want to stay down.
There we go, cover them all up. We cover them up because this way they kind of, like they're in the box again, it's very dark. So of course they're looking at the real world for the first time, even though they were peeking out of the hole. But they build their nest, okay, with a lot on top of something else, and or a lot of little dead snags in that, but then they put all feathers. And you can always find every feather of every bird that's in the area that molted. And the key to it is then you can see, duck feathers or pigeon feathers or just about anything else. Now we do not pull the nest out because we're going to put these back in. More than likely to be gone by tomorrow. They already see the daylight and they're ready to go. So we're going to put these under here. Okay. And it's hard to sex them, male or female. So I just band the bird with a federal bird band, and I just put unknown so far as the sex. So now, tree swallow bag, yep. And there should be a wire in there. There it is. And as you can see, the bands are very small for this size bird. A lot of people ask, they say, well, geez, how do you know the size of the band? When the bird is ready to fledge, that's as big as its leg is going to ever be. It doesn't get bigger, it doesn't get smaller. That's what it is. The bird banding lab, through all the years, they give us a clue to what size to put on. And of course, this is a 1. So you can see it now. We got to get the right side. Leave that one go.
Good.
And I'll tell you which side it is to make sure. Because they're very close here. Okay. Are you ready? Now we're going to see the last 2 numbers. Okay. I want you to read that. Read the second band. It might be easier to turn it. Okay, the top has a 4-digit number, and then the bottom has the long number.
What the top or the bottom one?
Tuck the top first.
Last 2 is 11.
Yep.
3, 2, 3.
That's it.
11.
Okay, and then the long one is.
Do you want the last one in here?
No, it doesn't matter. Next one. No, you don't take it off. Just take that one there and spin it, because I know what it should be. Spin that one.
No.
Oh, I'm not going to the poison.
No.
See, now that's called fledging. Okay, now, don't just give me the last 5 numbers. I want to see what the last 2 numbers are.
The last are 18.
Yep, this band off here.
This one?
Slowly, yep. And don't drop that string. This has happened many times. Because, you know, you got to be very careful with these bands. All right, so now, this is the band. And I'm just twirling around, and this is a banding plier, special made, and that little pin slides into there. And as I look for the line, I open the pin. And as you can see, it's open now. And then all you do, this special banding permit, or banding pliers, put it on there, and it's automatically set. And there, this bird is banded for life. Now the number that's on there is already in the database, and it has my federal number, my federal bird banding number, and it also has the string on top, which was the 4 that she said, and then the last 5 numbers on the bottom. So they'll know someone finds this bird, and they see the band and they read it, and you go online. It's very easy. Found the bird, a banded bird, and you'll see it'll go right to the site, and then it'll ask you, what kind of bird is it? You don't even have to know. A lot of people don't. They might find this bird that's deceased and they don't know. It doesn't matter. As soon as they start doing the coding and everything, where you found it, at the very end, at the very end of it, and you got all the information in, it'll come up. It'll say tree swallow, and then it'll say where it was banded. And more than likely, it's just going to say our area, Bangor, PA. Then once the data is put through all the computer, a card will be emailed out if a person leaves their email, or it'll be sent out. But now, generally speaking, they send it out. It saves paperwork and everything else, and you get a certificate, which there's a couple of them still on the wall.
Yes, we have a couple.
You'll see the certificates that come out. It's pretty, that come to you.
They email them.
And then, of course, me will get the information. And now today, since we're branding this box, she's got them all coded. So if they find it, and I call her and I say, guess what? It's box number, and then we know this bird, wherever it was found, Florida, on its migration path down through Panama, wherever it's found, they know exactly this is where it was born, raised, and fledged. But very interesting. Insect eaters, you can see it's very, very, very calm, the bird. Matter of fact, you can see, with one flying out, they're ready to go. And since they look out the hole, we put them back in the hole. Give them a minute to settle. But like I said, that one just kept right on flying.
So he was ready to go pretty much.
Oh yeah, When she said that they were, you know, flying around, the parents and everything, see, the parents aren't even around right now because they know they're, you know, tomorrow, whatever. First one looks out and gone, the next one goes, where'd he go?
I bet you Marie's going to
Perfect.
be like, hey.
And they're what? What are they?
These are tree swallows.
Tree swallows.
That's the male right here. This one here, and then the female's drab. In the bird world, the male is the colorful one. You know, the famous wood duck pictures and everything. And you look at a female wood duck, she's just drab. Same thing with a cock bird, and then you see a head all brown.
Right.
Turkeys,
Same thing.
Same thing. The only difference is when you get to the raptors, the difference is the females are always 1/3 bigger than the male. Plumage is just about the same though.
I followed Paul and Adrian as we checked several more boxes, and all had birds ready to band.
There you go. Isn't he a cutie, he or she?
After banding all the tree swallows, it was time to check out the Kestrel boxes.
That's why I had Jerry there all day. Fuzzballs.
And they're baby Kestrels.
Smallest falcon that we have in Pennsylvania. Here she comes. Yeah, she'll come down little.
I have a great picture.
All right, American Kestrels, it's a 3B. It's what we use, I use exclusively on the American Kestrel. It's perfect size for them. Some guys, you know, they'll check the leg and go a little bit lower. I just like the 3B, it works well. So there's the special pliers, just like I was using before. And with the help of Adrian. And as you can see, we have approximately 2-week-old chicks. And put the, oops, hang on a minute here. And we're giving this bird a band. And of course, just like a social security number, and everything's on there. And these are the newer bands, and it actually says call 8100. And of course you can do that, but of course whoever finds a banded bird can just go online, just Google found banded bird, it'll come up, and again, you don't have to even know what it is, just that you found the band on a dead bird or whatever. If it's injured, to a rehab center, we have them in the area, and that's on there for life of the bird. And that's what we look forward to see this bird sometime back in our area or somewhere else. Almost all of my returns from my Kestrel box program in this area, I have over 100 boxes just like that one up there in this area. And my returns, wintertime coming in the spring, are usually Lancaster area. So that's probably where they're going. I mean, but I've had them from Florida. 2 years ago, one was found at Fort Myers. I have great friends that live in there now, and I couldn't believe that one of my birds was at Fort Myers. Unfortunately, it was hit by a car off of 41, Route 41.
So they really travel a long way. They just
really
don't stay in the area.
Yep, they just don't, you know, we don't know. And that's why the more we ban, I mean, we're just hoping that, yes, this area, and we say, wow, come out of Waste Management's property. You can see how clean they are. These birds are just fluff balls. They're just starting to get small little feathers on the end, or wing feathers, but like I said, they're just little fluff balls.
This one's gonna be a boy. You can tell, kind of see there.
Just starting. I mean, we really wait till the primaries are out, but you can see just a little teen of blue, but we wait.
Another boy.
We wait. Adrian's ahead of the game here. Being a mother, she can tell, I guess. She has that instinct.
There's another boy.
So, me, that's an American Kestrel youngster. The sex of that is unknown, and it's banded. But, according to this one over here, she says it's a boy.
If you look at it, he's got his plumage. Look.
No, wait a minute, does it have a mustache?
No.
Okay.
But he's got blue on his little wing here.
Let's just wait till the feathers come out. We'll come back, and we'll see. And if they're all girls, what are you going to say?
I was wrong. But I think they're all boys.
They're all boys, huh?
I think so.
Now, of course, fledging, 32 days, almost a little over a month, and they'll be just like we were doing the tree swallows. And these, of course, you can see, it just closes the man exactly. You open and close it. Oops. And there goes a evacuation. All right, we got one more to go. So it's really nice to have 4. Usually we have 5. That's usually the norm.
5 in this box.
But we like 4.
Healthy guys.
Today when we banded, we found some with just 2 in it. Yep, so who knows, in the early stages, 2 of the eggs got chilled or something overnight. All right, so we always set it up for a photo session here. Okay, you ready?
Over here is good.
Let me think. All right, hang on. We are here at Waste Management with Adrian, and as you can see, she has 4 baby kestrels. We just banded them, and what you hear in the background is the female. She's calling for us to leave her little babies alone. So it's a welcome day, and it's a beautiful day, and we have kestrels on Waste Management's property here in Penargil, Pennsylvania. A good sign of good, clean prey items, and you can see how healthy they are. And of course, Adrian's healthy too. So here you go. Thank you.
Well, these are really neat. I've never even heard of kestrels before today, so I'm learning a lot here with some great folks. And look at these guys. You just don't get to see this stuff every day, so I think this is a real rare opportunity. You really need to appreciate the environment and some of the things that are in there. So what an awesome day. Appreciate this stuff. As we bring this episode to a close, a special thank you to Adrian Fors, Paul Carner, and the entire team at Waste Management.